Government engages a poverty reduction analyst. Nurses are learning leadership and management skills through the Ministry of Health. And the Dominica Bar Association launches a new radio program. Thank you for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I am your presenter, Kerdisha St. Louis.
And I'm Jarna Hector. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after the break.
Dominica is blessed with an abundance of water, but getting it to your home is an expensive venture. You have a responsibility to conserve water, to use it wisely. Remember the old adage, you never miss the water till the well runs dry. Think water, think life.
You're watching GIS.
Thanks for staying with us. A gender equalities indicator model for Dominica is currently under development. This workshop began on Tuesday, July 21st, and is a result of a partnership between UN Women and the CARICOM Secretariat. According to UN representative Isuen Iyahen, this workshop aims to determine equality among men, women, and children through statistical indicators.
These statistics, or these indicators, help Dominica and help the other CARICOM countries measure where they are and where they want to go, which is an equitable and just society.
Iyahen, who is Program Specialist for Economic Empowerment, revealed that when the Millennium Development Goals come to an end in September, the Sustainable Development Goals will come into play. She says Dominica's participation in this study is essential since the post-2015 development agenda will include gender equality.
There is a standalone goal on gender equality in the SDGs, and these set of indicators will also help Dominica and all the CARICOM member states measure where they are in terms of gender equality.
She also says a partnership among government agencies is necessary for the sustainability and success of the project.
The Bureau is responsible for ensuring that Dominica is able to monitor and track its progress on gender equality, but the Bureau cannot do it alone. The Bureau has to partner, in this case, with the Statistical Office, and the Bureau has to partner with all the line ministries. So this is a partnership, and even though, yes, the Bureau and the Statistics Department have a key role to play, the dimensions I mentioned to you just now, economics, means that the Ministry of Labor will have to be involved, the Finance Ministry will have to be involved, the Ministry of Health will have to be involved, the Ministry of Education, all of the ministries, because gender equality is not just an issue for the Bureau or one ministry, it is an issue for the entire society.
Chief Statistician Prima Carrett described the expected outcome of the workshop.
The objective of this exercise is to examine the situational analysis of men and women, boys and girls in Dominica. We have been providing statistical information and completing the indicators, the regional indicators, national indicators pertinent to the improved life or improved well-being of men and women, boys and girls. So we are hoping at the end of the exercise we can provide a report showing or depicting the situation of gender in Dominica.
Leadership and management are essential skills for nurses in today's rapidly changing healthcare environment. This is why nurses are, for the next 2 days, learning leadership and management skills through the Nursing Service Mentorship Program. The workshop is aimed at making nurse managers more effective, successful, and proactive, so to improve the quality of service delivered to clients. Principal Nursing Officer Cesarina Farrell believes that nurse managers have the responsibility to take advantage of every opportunity for educational development.
Nurse managers must be equipped with the necessary knowledge, skills, and behaviors in the area of management and leadership, as well as clinical competence in order to effect the changes that are so necessary in the workplace. As ward sisters, departmental nurses, community health nurses who manage and supervise nurses and delivery of healthcare services. You have a tremendous responsibility being direct supervisors in the clinical areas. Hence, the onus is on you to make use of every opportunity for professional development, which will assist you in effectively addressing the day-to-day challenges which you encounter.
One of the facilitators, Dr. Agathine Scotland, a Miami-Dade College professor, is conducting the workshop free of charge. She believes that training nurse managers is critical for the effective use of nurses within their diverse capacities.
Most of the nurses who are managers had no formal training and they had to learn on the job. For nursing management to be effective, nurse managers must understand the organization's structure and function where they work. And also the need to implement specific leadership and management strategies, such as conflict management, relationship management, supervising of fellow staff members, coaching, delegating, evaluating, and understanding cost of patient care.
In more news, the general public will be getting the opportunity to educate themselves on legal matters. A radio program titled Legally Speaking was launched on Monday, July 20th as part of activities for Law Week, which runs from July 18th to 25th, 2015. Law Week, which is in its second year, is an initiative by the Dominica Bar Association, DBA. Its objective is to sensitize, inform, and educate the public on their legal rights and responsibilities. One of the objectives of the Dominica Bar Association is to promote the dissemination of information on legal subjects through lectures, discussions, and books, and by correspondence with public bodies and individuals. President of the Dominica Bar Association, Mary Ariel Roberts, says it's on this premise that the program was created.
The Dominica Bar Association recognizes its role to educate members of the public on legal matters, and in Legally Speaking, we are providing the opportunity to do so. The aim of Legally Speaking is to educate in a forum where the discourse, though passionate, is to be informed, rational, and respectful. We do not intend to discriminate, discuss specific facts or matters that are sub judice. We do not intend to sensationalize, dramatize, or politicize any issue, but to offer rational, researched, and relevant information aimed at educating on areas of law of importance to the Dominican public.
The program was sponsored by DBS Radio along with Bullseye Pharmacy. Other activities planned for the week include the second Justice Telford Georges Memorial Lecture Series at the Dominica State College on Friday, July 24th. It will be conducted by Mr. Reginald Armour, SC, on the topic, The Rule of Law. You're watching National Focus. Stay with us.
Children, remember, adults should not ask you to keep secrets that make you feel uncomfortable.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Welcome back. The government of Dominica wants to ensure that its efforts to reduce poverty in Dominica yield results. This is through the engagement of Poverty Reduction Analyst in the Ministry of Planning, Economic Development and Investment, Alvin Bernard. His role is to support the minister and by extension the ministry to achieve its policy objectives as it relates to Dominica's growth and social protection strategy. The growth and social protection strategy includes government social plans and programs aimed at improving the lives of citizens while fostering overall economic growth. The last country poverty assessment conducted in 2009 revealed that poverty was reduced from 39% to 28.8%. Government has a new objective to further reduce this statistic to 15%. Bernard details his role to achieve this in an exclusive one-on-one with GIS News.
In that regard, my role as an analyst will include a number of activities. One is to review the progress that government has made in implementing the recommendations of the last report, or the report of the last country poverty assessment. This exercise, which I had the privilege to coordinate in, up to 2009, really was to ascertain the levels of poverty in Dominica, and of course, the causes of poverty. What are the factors that led itself to poverty? And further, to build capacity within government and the country by extension to conduct further poverty assessments.
He will also determine the extent to which that capacity has been built and how data will be used to strategize government's plans and programs moving forward.
We will also seek to determine or review the various programs which target poverty in Dominica and evaluate a number of programs, either that directly are aimed at reducing poverty or indirectly. And of course, provide guidance to government, to the minister and to government as to how certain interventions may be revised in order to keep the policy objective on track, or to identify and develop new interventions to address whatever deficiencies that we might see in terms of the existing plans and programs.
The government of Dominica has already undertaken a myriad of social programs with a view to alleviating poverty in Dominica. This includes the Yes We Care program, zero income tax for pensioners, free health care for children under 18 and seniors over 60, as well as for the Kainago community, human resource improvement, the housing revolution, small business support, and so on. All these programs, Bernard says, speak to the Labour Party administration's multidimensional approach to reducing poverty in Dominica. He says he is satisfied that government has, with these programs, further reduced the level of poverty since the last country poverty assessment. However, without clear progress monitoring and assessments, these assumptions cannot be verified. His portfolio includes conducting a new comprehensive poverty assessment. However, in the interim, he has recommended a system to monitor the progress of current programs and ensure that they meet the concern of citizens.
Policies to be effective, the implementation arm and the decision-making arm has to be more responsive, because the timely response to any problem is critical. Time is always of the essence, and therefore we want to have a mechanism that can follow the various indicators as we go along, and therefore we are moving to implement that mechanism.
What is really kind of very intriguing to me is that this government has been thinking of the future from way back then, because when you look at the growth and social protection strategy, it is entirely based on poverty reduction to create economic growth. And inside that growth and social protection strategy lists all of government's social programs designed to reduce poverty.
That's right. And you know, Mr. Bernard was saying that you can't just measure poverty in dollars and cents.
Right.
You can measure it in other areas. For example, as you said about the social programs, we can look at the Yes We Care program. Okay. In reducing poverty, which is basically improving the lives of the person, right, as well as fostering economic growth, we can say that the elderly person who is being taken care of can use that money, the little bit that they have, not paying the person to take care of them, and invest that into other areas and improve their economic status. As well as you can look at the person who is being employed from the government again, and you can say that they are receiving streams of income that they too can use to invest, put into other areas, and in fact foster economic growth.
I see how that makes sense. That is just one example. There is free health care for various members of society. There is the school transportation system. And speaking of schools, government's investments in education.
So too many more to mention.
Yeah, the list is endless.
Yes.
So we could go on and on about that. But there's also the National Employment Program and so many other programs that are designed, as we see now, for poverty reduction. And this is where Poverty Analyst Alvin Bernard comes in.
That's right. And the Poverty Reduction Analyst, it's his job to stream everything together, everything runs in tangent, all the different programs that we can hopefully look forward to the next poverty assessment, bringing us down to 15% or even lower in Dominica.
Bernard has over 20 years of experience in social work, having worked in the Ministry of Planning as project officer, also as senior economist and then social development planner. He also managed the National Assessment Team for the 2007 to 2009 Country Poverty Assessment. GIS News will bring you more from this interview in subsequent newscasts.
Moving on, the Social Welfare Division is saying that one's self-esteem can be boosted through the proper discovery of one's sexuality. The division held its monthly program at GIS Studio on Wednesday and discussed the topic Sex and Sexuality. Clinical psychology intern attached to the Social Welfare Division, Shoya Gay Grant, says one of the components of sexuality is self-image, which in turn affects one's self-esteem. She says a big part of the problem in the Caribbean is due to race and color.
How we see ourselves in terms of color, how we socialize our children, right? Or idea of beauty that we pass on, whether consciously or unconsciously, onto our children, perpetuates this cycle of low self-esteem for persons who are darker, for persons who look different from what the idea of beauty is supposed to be like.
Another component involves intimacy, which can have a lasting impact on how one feels about themselves.
If we do not have a good image of ourselves, if we do not like the way our bodies look, based on our color, based on our weight, based on our height, based on whatever it is, based on the fact that probably we don't have wide hips or stuff like that, then it affects our level of intimacy. It affects how we choose a partner, who we choose to be intimate with. Somebody who does not really like how he or she looks might choose to be intimate with someone who they think might like that, right? And that might not necessarily be the best person to be intimate with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that it affects the partners we choose, the kind of intimacy we have.
Assistant Chief Welfare Officer Oliver Wallace says developing intimacy can help individuals to understand their strengths and weaknesses.
Sometimes we are always afraid to do because we are afraid that people say X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But I realize sometimes we get better at certain things because when we open up to persons and they find out who we are, while we think that we are being a bit vulnerable by not by taking the chance, then people can help us to identify what is within us, our strengths.
Be sure to tune in for a post-budget discussion live from GIS Studios on Friday, July 24th, 2015 from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Did you know the Caribbean Court of Justice is 2 courts in 1? The CCJ has 2 functions: an original jurisdiction, which deals with your right to move between CARICOM countries freely and your right to move your money and your business. This is the basis of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME, and the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, and an appellate jurisdiction to hear appeals from courts of those countries which decide to use it as their final court of appeal and no longer go to the Privy Council. All CARICOM member states who have signed the agreement establishing the CCJ are members of the CCJ.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson Saint-Luce. Premièrement, département pour empêcher l'abusement de drogue, qui travaille assez en plan pour manager les affaires qui concernent l'abusement de drogue en Dominique. M. Malcolm Saint-Rose, c'est officier du département là.
Eh bien, nous avons un plan pour 5 années. Nous avons créé un strategic plan for alcohol and other drug abuse prevention. Eh bien, ce plan, nous avons mené dehors pour notre taper involvement et participation dans mon pays là. Eh bien, nous avons une consultation là ça en avril, the 29th of April. Ça c'est qui ça? 29? Ouais. Nous avons une consultation. Et bien, nous avons un pile d'autres parce que nous, quand nous avons développé ce plan là, nous parlons fait sans mon bitin qui a sorti de nous. Mais son bitin pays là besoin parce que le problème de drogue là, c'est un problème nous tout cas souffert en pays là qui doit prendre drogue ou pas parce que là où sont monde qui pas prendre drogue mais monde qui prend drogue ça peut affecter aussi parce que tu as cassé autant là c'est même ça là qui involve quoi en crime avec d'autres monde qui pas même qui servi de drogue qui souffert de ça.
Saint-Rose fait parole que problème c'est là obligé de taper attention.
Ça sont nous les adresser parce que là nous devons faire sauver nous devons voir en l'école nous c'est l'école secondaire en pile légion qui évolue en drogue et bien c'est pas seulement alcool nous regarder comme marijuana comme tabac et d'autres bitins comme ça et bien nous changer en research de fait là il y a faire une comparaison parmi ces pays là CARICOM parce que même c'est les autres pays là 12 d'eux qui fait même study ça dans l'école yo. Dominique Hu en toute area là nous garder là nous garder comment on servir depuis qu'on connaît qu'on servir alcool et d'autres drogues ça te ho nous avons ça lifetime prevalence nous avons garder prevalence over 1 year là yo servir dans question l'année nous te voir ça te ho aussi et juste en un mois 30 jours avant study là nous avons toutes les areas ça là était ho.
En notre nouvelle, criminologiste Dr. Peter Kibi Saint-Jean qui continue à conduire le programme Better You, Better Me, un programme qui a bas jeunesse, pouvoir et puis confiance encore ailleurs. Sinon, Dr. Saint-Jean, plaisir l'occasion en Dominique, vous avez attention à ce programme-là.
Je vais faire 3 semaines de travail avec mon jeune, avec famille, noté de la Kaïti à Trafalgar, à Bomatia. Nous avons travaillé avec ces gens-là. Après ça, nous allons à la prison, nous travaillons avec ces inmates-là. Après ça, nous allons à Guambé, à Soya. So, après, nous finissons faire ça l'autre semaine-là, nous sommes à Marigot, ces gens-là qui restent à Silver Lake, avec Yampis, avec un petit boy qui resté à Trafalgar, qui était avec nous. Ça, nous avons fait un programme. Nous c'est better me, better you. Ça nous a dit ça. Là nous fait qu'on nous primaire, nous que fait société primaire, nous que ni une première chance pour faire la paix avec un l'autre.
Saint-Jean fait parole que jeunesse qui a bénéficié de ce programme là.
Ça you can apprendre. De manière nous ka catcher, avec manière ça te anoni. Et là, nous avons fait avec la main, et là, nous avons fait avec pied. C'est qualité bagaille ça, c'est bagaille pour nous connaître comment catcher les codes bagaille, qu'a fait nous sentir manière que violence et la paix, et là nous contents, et ben nous pas sentir tellement bon parce que peut-être le monde mort, peut-être nous voulons manger, et ben nous lasse. So si un monde ka chen mania si moun ka katile kuma mania body yo ye koyo ye yo ke fait primaire pour comprendre comment yo ka fait impact avec l'autre monde avec les questions mauvais ka commencer aller yo ke savent comment pour faire bagaille venir plus à la paix et faire bagaille plus positif.
En notre nouvelle, travail à ces projets chimiques en délice fini. Mon parlement honorable Peter Saint-Jean bien satisfait du travail qui prend place à ces projets-là.
Au cas changé, dernière fois, nous étions ici, GIS était ici, nous étions en pile nom qui a bâti Plaisance Road et aussi en chemin nous avons créé Upper Victoria Road en Délice. Et moi je voulais dire que chemin Victoria il finit complète et jour du jour moi content que contracteur là mon chez Bruni Di Myers Bruni il finit projet là en Plaisance et peuple Plaisance il y a un bel chemin qui a descend qui a un des monde qui a descend en cordon. Et aussi, c'est planter en ça là, ça transporter produits plus facile.
Et puis finalement, Division Culture en collaboration et puis Discover Dominica Authority, en association et puis Groupe Kanawa, qui tient cérémonie pour lancer un canot traditionnel en Dominique. Selon officier culturel Gregory Rabes, cérémonie a pris place vendredi à l'occasion Indian River à Guantas, qui a commencé à 4 après-midi.
Vendredi après-midi, il y a une cérémonie là pour lancer un kanawa. Un kanawa, c'est un pirogue, un petit bateau traditionnel Kalinago. Et il y a une association Guadeloupe, association Kanawa. 50 personnes qui descendent de Guadeloupe pour participer dans la cérémonie là. Ça, c'est un projet, association Kanawa de Guadeloupe, qui fait en Dominique depuis l'année 2013. Il a bâti un premier Kanawa, mais l'année après ça, c'est pour vous faire, on bâti un autre Kanawa. So l'année là, ça, en avril, il a tapé un gros pied gommé en bois en syndicate, et puis il a coupé ça, et puis en mois avril, il a fouillé, et après ça, il a mené Kanawala à la plage, au centre touristique, au live indien.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole. Pour à présent, non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, tips to ensure clean and safe water.
You're watching GIS.
It's always necessary to have clean, safe, usable water at hand in case of emergencies, especially in the hurricane season. Many individuals rush to purchase bottled or distilled water during times of crisis, but other viable options for securing a supply of safe water is the storage of tap water for future use.
It's important to store at least 1 gallon of water per person per day in a cool, dark place in appropriate disinfected containers for water storage.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm.
Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Desk, I'm Jarna Hector.
And I'm Kerdisha St. Louis. Thanks for watching and join us next time on National Focus.